days ago. Huh. That's a little confusing. Somebody followed me 3 days ago. I haven't been live since longer than that. Oh well. Oh well, I have on my, sorry YouTube, if you're here on YouTube, I will not be doing trail running today. We're just gonna do some road running because I gotta be a little bit quicker this morning because I gotta go pick up my doggy. So she had surgery to get fixed yesterday, so I gotta go pick her up because she had to. They always keep them overnight at my vet, just to monitor the vet called yesterday and said she was doing good, was walking around, all that kind of stuff. So, gosh dang, I gotta blow my nose. I think I have my headlamp and I need it because it is dark out there. So I might have to run out to the van really fast, which is okay. I'll do that. Yeah, I don't have my headlamp, so we're gonna have to run out to the van. I don't need 2 water bottles either. Let's get rid of, or at least just, I can get rid of it. We'll just leave it here for right now. We'll just leave it right here. Hopefully this is charged. I just realized that I don't think this is charged. let it charge for just a bit while I get the rest of everything going. Okay, well, I need, must be on the van too. Good morning. Okay, well, look away really quick. There we go. Okay, so we got to run out to the van and get our headlamp and battery. It's kind of weird walking around the building this early in the morning. I don't think I've ever how I put it in, like the last, at least since before I left for DC, I don't think I've actually been up and going this early in the morning and this time of year. Like, I probably don't need my headlamp if I stick, because I'm not gonna do hitting any trails today. We're just gonna do some roads, like, because I have to be quick. The sun should be, it'll probably be light enough here in only like 15-20 minutes to where I don't need a headlamp. In fact, I could see the horizon starting to lighten up. Like, actual sunrise isn't for like an hour, but it gets pretty light out 30 to 40 minutes before sunrise. But I don't think, there's not a lot of lights around the streets of Helena, which is weird, but we are going to, that must be the person I've smelt in the hallway going out the back door. Okay, let's see if we can find our headlamp. I think it's in Might have two of them. No, it must be in here. Stupid thing. Fine, if you want to be upside down, be upside down. I don't care. Oh. There we go. Redo this. Okay, let's change cameras here. Not at my, so you can see the horizon's already lighting up. So like I said, I probably don't need my headlamp, but I'm gonna go with it anyways. That wind is chilly, but it's not really that cold out. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees today, which is crazy. Like earlier in the month, I was talking about how it wasn't necessarily out of pocket for it to be 90 degrees here in September, like early September, but we're almost in October, so for it to be 90 degrees, it's starting to get a little unusual now. Okay, we're gonna go this way. We're going so early today because, for those of you that are just joining, because I need to pick up my doggo this morning. She had her spay surgery yesterday, so I get to go pick her up. But I have to pick her up at like 8:30 this morning, so I need to have my run done because she's gonna be a handful and she can't go running with me, so we will knock it out this morning. I did not get to go for a run yesterday. I was just too busy doing things. Got a lot of stuff to get done. I still got to order a bunch of stuff. Well, not a bunch of stuff, but a couple things. See if I can. So my little butt head, which I can't be mad at her, on what day? Sunday? It must have been Sunday. We were doing because the race we were broadcasting was Golden Trail World Series race, And Eurosport owns which is like the ESPN of Europe, owns the rights for it. But, you know, they can't fly a whole team in. So they, I guess you could say, subcontracted Mountain Outpost to help augment to be able to do the coverage. So I basically was working for them on Sunday, but because of everything, I was like poor Nari. She had to just hang out in the van for like 6 hours that morning by herself. And so of course boredom got the best of her, and her new thing is to take anything that is belt like, doesn't matter if it's like a leg on her toy or shoelaces or whatever it happens to be, and she will, there actually might be street lights going up this street, but oh well. And she'll put it in the back of her mouth and just saw with her little scissor teeth until she gets all the way through it. And so that being said, old butthead Sunday morning decided the thing she was going to attack was my driver's seatbelt, and she sawed completely through it with her little scissor teeth. So I don't have a working seatbelt now. It's enough that I can, like, I don't have no lap belt at all. Like, it doesn't work. The only thing that works on it is I can still, I was able to make it so I can clip it, so if I drive by a cop, they think it looks like I'm wearing my seatbelt. So I gotta see if I can find a used one to replace it. I'm guessing that's gonna be a good, $200. Oh. It's been almost a week since I've run. So we are a little winded right now. Like, my legs actually aren't very tired. I'm totally breathing hard. But anyways, speaking of the weekend, it was an awesome weekend. But definitely the highlight was working with Eurosport. The guy that came over, he to do the production, because everything we did got sent back to France, and the main production team was back there, but we had we had one, what you would call a field producer here, which is James. He, great guy, but you could tell there was a lot of stress put on him to do good, so he did lose his job. During the production, it's funny because for me, after being in the military, listen, you know, we're all getting yelled at because he's, you know, trying to get the perfect shot, all that kind of stuff. Which for me, I get. Like, it doesn't faze me, but there's probably a couple people that were getting their feelings hurt because they were getting yelled at. Like some of our drone pilots. Because they're all younger individuals that probably are not used to that. Me and the other two videographers, one of them being Jamil, we were like, for us it was like no big deal. Like the other fixed camera guy, well, our only fixed camera guy, he's a little bit older than me, you know, been in the business forever. And he, you know, so for him it was like just a part of doing a broadcast. But like, like I said, some of our drone pilots, gosh dang, those branches are hanging low. Oh, what do they got going on here? Everything's tore up. Oh, they're going. Looks like they're, I don't know, probably laying some more, like a new water main or something. No idea. It was a little funny because, you know, he's like freaking out about, need a breather. Now we're on the flatbed. Oh my goodness. Ooh, sunrise. It's gonna be pretty cool. Except we're not gonna catch it up on high. We're gonna be down pretty low. Anyways, the night before, you know, we were kind of briefing, like talking and everything, and it was like, you know, emphasizing how, like, my camera and somebody else is coming from another direction. See the headlamp. My camera and the other videographer's camera were like the two most important cameras, and I had a mobile hand cam. And anyways, he talking about, like, you know, we're being broadcast in 28 European countries and all this kind of stuff, and me and like one of our producers kind of looking at each other like, okay, so like our broadcasts that we do are probably like, you know, 100 different countries worldwide. Like, yeah, we may not have the viewership, because I think he said they were going to have like 8 million or 12 million viewers, something like that. You know, at most we have like 12, 15,000 people on. Total viewership will be over the millions, but usually for the bigger races. But it's like, yeah, well, dude, we're like 100 countries worldwide, like. But again, it's like the ESPN of Europe that we're hoping out. So. Ooh. Ooh. See, I can see good enough without my headlamp, but you guys would not be able to, I don't think. Actually, you might be able to if I turn my headlamp off. Camera would actually probably adjust pretty good. Oh, that doesn't help that I did not eat very good yesterday. And by very good, I mean I ate a lot of not good for me, high caloric, high fat foods. So that is definitely not feeling good in my stomach. Oh, I feel like I need to poop. Couldn't tell if it was a fart. I'm pretty sure it's not a fart. Because what I got over this morning and just unleashed. Oh, there's a good. I can kind of see the valley. Unleashed on the porcelain throne this morning. It did. I tell you, I was not happy with what I ate yesterday. Oh. We'll see how we're doing for time, but we're doing basically just our recovery loop that we always do, so about 7 miles. But if I can get a little bit extra in, we might do that. I was fangirling out so much this weekend too. So many famous runners. I mean, you had all the Golden Trail World Series people. And then just because all the other races like the VK and the 50K, yeah, gosh dang it, I don't want to have to turn around early. I might be able to make it to the, because I definitely have my tummy is screaming at me right now. So that's why I'm walking, so don't poop my pants or my shorts as I am wearing. I have like another at least, what are we at? Yeah, so I got at least 2 miles to the nearest toilet. Unless I turn around right now, then I only have 1.5 miles. Oh man, not happy. Is Henderson? I might just have to turn around at Henderson. We are not going to make the full loop. Turn my headlamp off. I think it's bright enough. Yeah, it's definitely bright enough. Oh, everybody. Tummy is cramping. in a good way. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to turn around. There's no way. Yeah, this is Henderson. We're gonna jump down here to University and just head back. So we'll be lucky to get a 5K in today. Which means I'm gonna have to run later. We'll see what the dog allows me to do. She's gonna have to grab her bark collar, I'm sure. She won't want me to leave her in the... I guess I could leave her in the van. Make sure she has her little, whatever collar, the cone of shame on. Man, that sunrise is gonna look so fantastic. Well, didn't want to miss it. I haven't seen a sunrise on a run forever. I just don't wake up that early. But now that the sunrises are, I guess I do wake up that early. It's just that the sunrises are getting later in the day now. So I have decided I will not be doing Kodiak this year, which, I mean, it's iffy whether they're actually going to even be able to hold the race, because there's a fire in the race course right now. So I'm thinking about doing one of my, I wouldn't really call friends, but people I know. He and his significant other are conducting a fixed time race in Bozeman that same weekend. It's their first jump into being an RD. So I'm thinking about doing that as my little tune-up race. It's early enough that I could do the 24-hour even. Where are we at? I can't see. Oh, okay. I think that was like Allison or Cleveland or something. So I think this up here, cause I kind of need to do like a little whatever to the right hand. I'm not sure. See, and now my tummy actually doesn't feel too bad. It's like the urgency has passed. Oh. Maybe I'll start heading this way and we'll see how I feel. We might just go do a loop around the park. So is this where I head up? I actually don't know. This is grand. So we are way past. I got a rock in my shoe somehow. Makes zero sense. Because it's not like I'm running on gravel. It's like dark enough that I can't necessarily see. It actually doesn't matter. I can stay on this all the way back. It's just, it's a cooler neighborhood if I jump up one street. But we'll just stay on this, it'll be fine. But if I do the 24-hour, now I just got to figure out, like, I can crew myself. That's not a big deal. It's, do I want to put my dog in daycare or not? I could just adjust the days instead of, I think it was like 5 days, 4 nights or something like that. I could just do like 3 days, 2 nights. Oh, okay. This is where I would jog up. I was so confused. So I was on the street. I needed to be. It's just, when it's dark out, it's hard to tell. It is way darker than what you guys see. So one thing about the newer iPhones is somehow they always make it look way lighter out than it really is. And I don't mean like, what are we on now? iPhone 16 is just coming out. I have the 15. I would say from like iPhone 12 up. Cause I had a 12 when I was in DC. And we would do runs there where it's like, looked way lighter out for you guys. This is, now that we're shining into this straight ahead of us, we're about the same. See how much darker it looks right now compared to just a little bit ago. Oh. Get back into it. Like weather-wise, I still got to do that other FKT, but weather-wise, like Monday would be the perfect day. I think I might have to maybe delay that a week and see how the weather is. I can't look that far out for weather. Or let's just put it this way, the weather forecast is not reliable enough to look that far out. But, either way, I still need that. Oh geez, there's deer right there, it's just staring right at me. I couldn't see it. Hello. Don't worry, I'm going around you. That was a mama deer with a baby deer, so I don't want to get my ass kicked. But they scared the shit out of me because they weren't moving, they were just standing there staring at me. And then when I finally noticed them, it was like, oh shit. The deer are out here. Don't give an F. But you, they'll like go toe to toe with you. They don't care. It's a big house right there. Huge. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh, you can see it. Jeez. Gosh dang it. Okay, I can't do that. I'm running really slow down this like brick sidewalk, and it's so uneven. That's why I'm having to run so slow. I'm looking off that direction and almost tripped and fell. There's a reason why this area of town is called the Mansion District. It's all these huge ass mansions from the late 1800s, early 1900s. From all these people that got rich off of mining. And a lot of them are, you know, just been generational. People have just, you know, that would only be like 2 generations. It's still some, you know, 60, 70-year-old. There's another deer just staring at me. Doesn't give a care in the world. Where's your mama? Huh? Where's your mama at? I don't want to get my ass kicked. Thank you. Oh. There was one for sale. I think I told you guys a couple weeks ago that I looked up because I was like, I wonder how much that thing's worth. Yeah, it was a $3.5 million house. It was like 6 bedroom, like 8 bathroom. It's something weird. It's like, why do you have more bathrooms than bedrooms? But I guess in a way it makes sense because it's like 3 levels, 3 stories. Like 5,600 square feet is all. Is all. But for me, for like a mansion, that doesn't seem like a lot. That is a lot. My first house that I bought way back in the day down in Bozeman, or in the Bozeman area. It wasn't in Bozeman proper, but it was 1,100 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, tiny ass lot. And that was before the big housing boom down there. Okay, this is the sucky intersection, so I don't know how I'm gonna go. I guess I'll just try and cross. We're gonna have to wait a while though. But close to the sunrise. We'll go down this way. We'll go down to the college. And then cross the main street up here. Then my second house when I was married that we bought when I moved here the first time. A little bit bigger lot. It was like a 2,000 square foot house. 20, like a little more than that, like probably 22, 2,300 or something like that, I think. And it was a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. And it was twice as much money as what I spent on my little tiny house, which makes sense, twice as much square footage, but it's cheaper here too. Although I will say that I sold my place down there, and so I sold it for almost as much as what I bought the other house for up here. So half the house for the same price almost. I'm not gonna lie. Running through town, especially in areas like this. You get the exhaust from the vehicles because we are getting close to rush hour here. What time is it? It's almost 7, so this is all the people going to work at 7. This is the state capitol, so a lot of government employees start at 7 and end at 3 in this town. But then you also get the mixture of all the different dryer vents. People drying their laundry first thing in the morning. Probably because they washed it at night and then threw it in the dryer this morning. And everybody uses a different, like you can smell the different perfumes of, dryer sheets or laundry detergents or whatever it happens to be. It all mixes together and it is not good. That is one nice thing about running up in the mountains. Hello, user. Oh, you can smell the laundry. Yeah, it's like kind of gross because everybody's dryer vent is like right next to the street, especially on some of those because there's apartment buildings. But it's cool enough that everything just like, just settles down towards the ground. Maybe, I doubt it this early in the morning, but maybe we can flirt with some college girls. That's the college right here, college campus. I would never flirt with college girls. Sometimes they flirt with me, but I would never flirt with them. Which, the other day I was like, just on, I don't remember, some dating app, or it was Tinder or Hitch or whatever. And there was some girl on there, like in her bio, that mostly I just do it to see if there's anybody I know on there. Because I'll never, like, even if I match with somebody, I'm not gonna go on a date. I am not good with striking up a conversation. And then I've been out of the dating world for so long, I don't even know what a date is anymore. But she was like, had in her thing, like, I'll put it this way, she would be almost 15 years younger than me. And in her thing she said, I don't remember how she put it, but basically, like, if you're a guy, it was like, I understand guys looking for a girl that's 10 to 15 years younger than them, but stay in your lane. I remember she did say that, stay in your lane. I'm not basically I'm not interested. And it's like, you can put in your filters on to where those people won't even show up. Like, obviously you have your age gap wide open. So so it's like, what's wrong with you? Like, you would never have to put that in your bio if you just put that in there just because you wanted to, call people out or whatever. But also, it's like, on the other side, there's like, don't want to say lots, but there are some girls that want a guy that's like 10 to 15 years older than them. Football team must be doing early morning. Yep, I was gonna say, must be doing early morning practice. And then I hear some whistles going on because the stadium lights are on. I wonder if we'll see the ROTC folks out in the park when we get over there. It's usually about the time of day, 7 o'clock. We'll see. And this cool thing that they do here with ROTC program here, because it's an actual college class, like anybody can take, you know, say the military history course, which is mandatory for the ROTCs, but anybody can take it. And it's the same thing for one of the courses is, you know, basically like, you know, like a physical education, you know, course. Anybody could take it, so you get the ROTC people, and it's mandatory for them. But you see a lot of other college kids that'll take it too, because I think it's only like a, I don't know, it's like maybe like a 2 credit or 3 credit course, so it's not like a big course, and it counts, you know, towards your, what do you call the general core credits, I guess. Looks like a nice college. It is. It's a private college, private Catholic college. Anybody can go to it, but it is founded by the Catholic Church and has Catholic principles and stuff there. It is the most expensive college in the state to go to. They have a nationally ranked pre-med program here. That's why that's what it's mostly famous for, is for their pre-med program. Like if you go through pre-med here and you do well, like if you get C's, of course it's something different, but if you do well, you're pretty much guaranteed to get into any medical school you apply for, because it's that well known. They used to have a really good football program here. And it's just a small school. It's an NAIA, I think it is, school. Just a small private school. Like maybe 3,000 students is all. Oh, the wind is not favorable. This is the solid waste transfer site. And the wind is coming from the other direction. So I'm smelling right now the mulch pile, which is straight ahead of us. But that'll be nice for when we get on the other side of it. But I'm pretty much gonna have to hold my breath going around this building, because that's where all the garbage is. And it is quite pungent this morning in the nice cool air. Whew. Oh, that is rank.
it's a lot better now. So now we shouldn't have any issues. It's only like a 1 mile an hour breeze, but it's coming from straight ahead of us. Why did they put that behind the college? So this right here, surprisingly enough, this whole park and this area used to be the landfill for this town from, you know, 150 years ago or whatever. And so they built this park over the top of it. And then, because the landfill is like, you know, 20 miles out of town. So since this was already the landfill, they built the building on it to make it the transfer site. You got a very nice golf course over there too. There's the Bill Roberts golf course over there. Yeah, so we'll get about 5 miles, so we're only gonna be a couple miles shorter than what I originally set out to do. Unless I'm feeling good, we could just do we could do a lap around the park here. We'll see. Now you can see the back side of the college. These are all like married housing, I guess you could say, over here. That's one of the big, I think it's still technically the administrative building. And that's a chapel right there. Oh, okay, let's keep going. So sun, what time is it? It is 10 minutes. The sun should be up. Ooh, there's the big mulch pile I was talking about. So they take over on the other side here, right there, is all the brush and stuff people can, you know, their yard waste for trimming trees or whatever. And then the city, all that, they just dump it in a big pile right there. And then they bring out a big, huge, like, chipper, I guess you could say. And mulch it all. Put it in that other pile. And then they haul it off wherever the city's storage area is and use it, you know, for their stuff, which makes sense. But usually they're like mulching. They're done spreading their mulch by this time of the year. So then they have that huge ass pile that just sits there and composts all winter. So then you get, you know, in these warmer days in the winter time or early spring, and it is so pungent. Like, it'll literally take the breath out of you. It's like so gross. It just ferments. Hey, Fix It. Hey, thanks for the raid. I just now noticed. Thank you so much. And welcome, everybody. Wow. All this extra water that's pooled up right here is from the sprinklers. I think they could tone down on the sprinklers a little bit. I'm gonna take my headlamp off. It's on my head, giving me a little bit of a headache. Okay, put that back in there. Oh, I did have my headlamp. I'm an idiot. Mostly in the woods? Cool. That's awesome. It's going pretty good. I've been able to do the run that we set out to do because I started having tummy issues about 1.5 miles into this, so I decided to turn around, and since then they have subsided, so now we're just doing whatever to get some extra mileage. Oh man, after pretty much a week of not running, this morning is a little rough, but my legs feel good. Just the rest of me is a little tired. Although I did get lots of time on feet. And I was standing for 6-8 hours a day until Tara tired a person out. I did get to run a little bit on Saturday during the 50K because the lead runners were coming in pretty fast. So the last aid station, I was set up with my field correspondent and my fixed camera, and then set up my running cam. We're gonna do another lap, everybody, just so you know. Otherwise I would have gone through that tunnel. Or we're gonna do a lap. We haven't done one yet. So they wanted me to jump out there with the camera, or with the running cam, just to catch them coming in. So I did get a couple quick miles in. It's been a long time since I've actually been out here to run in this park. When Nari was really young, this is where I used to run at the beginning when I was in my training block for US 100-mile national championships. Because that was like, February. So this is the only place where I could go, because they would plow this so it wasn't as slick with ice and snow. Helped at an event. So my side gig I do, I help out with the production of live stream broadcasts for ultra races, mountain ultras with Mountain Outpost. So this weekend I was at Mammoth Trail Fest because we're broadcasting their stuff, and Sunday's race was a Golden Trail World Series race, so we helped out Eurosport do the actual TV broadcast for that race. And then once they were done, we we live streamed the rest of the race. The sprinkler's trying to get me. Haha! Not today, sprinkler. It was funny, the producer from Eurosport, he like the night before, I'm helping him get all set up and everything and all that, and then he afterwards was like, because then I was the camera, like I had the most important like camera thing because of I knew the equipment and my dependability and all that kind of stuff. And you know, we did everything, whatever. Well, then we were talking afterwards because he was stressed beforehand. So then afterwards we got to have just some really candid conversations after we were done. And it was like, made some comment about how have a great shoot. Thanks. Hey, thanks for the raid and thanks for stopping by. But he was like impressed by like how much stuff I knew, you know, all this kind of stuff, because I was helping with the setup and the behind the scenes stuff, you know, into the software and like when we were doing the setup the night before the event, he was like, you know, asking for this and for that, and I was like, oh yeah, no problem. Like he needed a wireless. He was like, can we do you guys, did they have talking about Jamil with Mountain Outpost, like, do you have a wireless mic set up? And I was like, and Jamil wasn't there, and the other two people, they were like, I have no idea. And I'm like, oh yeah, right here. Like, we got this set up right here. And Jamil had to get it working, but I knew it, like, I knew it, and like I helped getting it set up, but Jamil had to figure out how to actually get it to connect at good levels and work through our ATEM. But like I could have figured it out, but I was working on other stuff too. So there's just things like that and all this, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty much like a jack of all trades because I do this for, you know, my own stuff all the time. So I know everything. Like pretty much the only person that probably knew more about all that equipment that was there is Jamil. The other, I'm just walking through here because it's a little bit sloppy. The other camera guy, when it comes to actual like camera equipment, he knew way more than I did. And I even had, like, I acknowledged that too to him, like, even like the reason why they put me on the handy cam is because I was more familiar with that, like the nuances of actually doing stuff. But like he had to help me. Now I'm having my tummy issues again. He had to help me get it dialed in a little bit, like figure out. I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't let me adjust the iris on it. And because they're like, it's got to be on auto somehow. And I'm like, I don't have auto turned on. I have, like, because it was, the auto manual was a toggle switch. And we finally got into it, and like there was something that was on, like, so every time we adjusted like the iris, it would mess with the gain and the white balance. Like it would auto adjust everything, and it's like, why are they doing this? And we were finally figured out how to get it to not do that. Oh man, Tummy, why shouldn't have done that extra lap? We'd be almost back by now. And now I got another 1.5 miles to go. The sun should be up soon. What are we at here? It's supposed to be up by now. It must be because of the mountains. It's just behind the mountains. Because it is 4 minutes past official sunrise. Oh, that wind shifted now too. So now I'm getting the nasty ass mulch pile smell blowing right into us. I haven't golfed for, it's been like 4 years. I used to love golfing. I should just hit the driving range someday here in the next couple weeks before they shut it down. Ah, oh, this is nasty. Ugh, it doesn't help that my stomach is wanting to cramp and make me poop my shorts. So I can't run through it as fast as I want to because this stinks. Oh, this is nasty. Nasty smells. Oh, man. The first day they were having issues because that was essentially it was a VK. You couldn't quite call it a VK because it was like a couple 100 feet shy of being a true VK, but it was a VK. So at the finish line at the top is where I was at, and they couldn't get my mic working, and they're like telling me to restart and all this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I am looking at the levels on my computer. I am sending you good audio. Like, this isn't me. So then after everything was done, and here's the other part, they could hear my audio on the broadcast, like people watching the broadcast. It was just the studio couldn't hear my audio. So it's like, that is definitely then not on my side. That's on your guys' side. And I get back to the studio and they're like, there's something going on with your audio. Like, still trying to blame it on my side. And one of the producers is like, could you set up your thing? And so we could figure out what's wrong with your audio. So I just set it up really quick. And I'm looking. You could see the levels on their side even. So it's like, you guys are receiving my audio. It is not my side. And they argued with me on it. And I'm like, look, you can see the audios, which means it's getting to the broadcast. So the broadcast can even hear it. And I replayed the broadcast. The broadcast could hear it fine. But they sat there and argued with it. Like, had to be something wrong with it on my side. And I'm like, no, it is impossible that it's on my side. And then because they use OBS, they rebooted OBS and everything worked fine. Like they could finally hear everything. So it was like, acknowledge that I was right. And the funniest thing is out of everybody there, I know the most about OBS. Like, I even know more probably than Jamil does. Now they do contract in somebody that probably does know more. Well, there's no probably. He does know more about OBS than me. This guy, Trevor, that dude is freaking ridiculous. Stuff he knows. But he also does it for a living too. Kind of like me, so. Oh, man. Okay, we're on the final push back to downtown, which will be just about perfect timing for me to be able to jump in the shower really quick and go pick up the puppers from the vet. And then she will just need some I don't know what, like, together time, I think. I guess I can say. Like, she's gonna want to just chill on the bed and all that kind of stuff. So that'll be most of my day. I got my computer, or one of my laptops, I should say, already sitting there, so I can still do some work while hanging out on the bed. But she's gonna want to go and play and do all sorts of stuff, but she won't be able to because she needs to heal. Sucks that, I mean, I get it. There's a carousel right here. It's a 150-year-old carousel. Like, the building it's in is new, but the carousel itself is like 150 years old. And I don't know how they keep that place open because I hardly ever see anybody in there. Man, it may not look it, but all the way back to downtown is uphill. Not so much that like you really, like you have to really work hard, but it's enough that you feel it, so it makes you work. That's probably like a 3% grade, probably 4% maybe. I don't have that setting. I'm on the run setting versus the trail running setting on my watch, so I don't have grade on here because I never worry about grade when I'm road running. Oh, the sun is crested at the top because Mount Helena is fully lit up now. Of course, now there's buildings in the way. Oh, I do talk about smells. I do love going by this place. It's a barbecue joint. They are already cooking stuff. In fact, they probably put stuff in, like probably brisket or whatever I smelled just then. Probably put on last night. So that it'd be ready for there's somebody in there. I've never actually, I've only seen like 3 people work here at this huge Federal Reserve. So I've always wondered if there's anybody in that little gate guard shack. There was somebody in there. Okay. Key is avoiding all the homeless people. Because a lot of them probably have not woken up yet and moved on. Through this alley, come around, but I can see 3 of them over there in the grass. Although when they move on, a lot of them move down to my area, which sucks, but there's one, probably 2 homeless guys right here. This is the little shelter right here across the street where they get free coffee in the morning. Probably something like soup or something for during the day for a meal. Now it looks like they all have moved on to wherever. Oh, I can smell the nice coffee. There's a really nice coffee shop coming up here. I can smell it. Right here, Fire Tower Coffee House. They got the door open, so I can smell all the nice coffee coming out. Another coffee shop right here. They have decent cups of coffee. Nothing like the fire tower though. Oh, almost there. Soapbox derby. What? When is that at? There's a little sticker on the sidewalk, that's why I said that. Oh. Yay, we made it. Oh. So really, what we did was only like half a mile shorter than what we would have done anyways. So, it's okay. Now, the other way, the route would have been a lot more enjoyable, but whatever. Oh. Okay, well, thank you everybody for joining me today. That is going to be it for this morning's run. I gotta clean myself up before I go pick up the puppers, and then my hat was crooked. It was bugging me. If you haven't already, those of you on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. For those of you on Twitch, if you haven't already, hit that follow button. And it is September, so if you have a sub, Prime sub, well, Prime sub doesn't matter. I'll always take a Prime sub, but any of the other subs are always a reduced cost. Everything is appreciated. Yeah, I don't know what else there is. I don't know what else to say. I need to do a subathon or something this month. That's what I should do. Even though I'm more, I like followers more than, like, the sub does help out a lot, but I just like people being part of the community. So followers, a follower-a-thon. You can do one of those, like a 24-hour. Do like for every sub, I'll run a mile. But anyways, that's gonna be it, everybody. I will see you guys probably tomorrow. Since I can't go up into the mountains with the puppers, I'll probably see you guys tomorrow too. Probably for the next like 4 or 5 days, since I won't be able to go very far, but we'll see. I might just leave her in the van while I go do stuff too. But bye everybody, love you all, and I will see you guys next time.